I finally did it. I put all my stuff in a storage unit. I moved out of my house of 8 years in Los Angeles, and I am now on the road as a digital nomad. Ever since taking a little 2 week vacation in Europe and then extending that into another week or two of working remotely in Stockholm, Sweden, I've wanted to do it again. I've wanted to do it for longer and take advantage of the whole remote work lifestyle to kind of experience the world and get some day-to-day new experiences and cultural infusions while continuing my normal workaholic life of tech and creativity. But it's taken me forever to pull the trigger on something like that, for all the same reasons as you can imagine. It's just the planning, the energy, the missing friends, the getting out of your comfortable routine, all that stuff. But recently, there's been kind of, I don't know, it feels like a changing tide, a change in the currents of life energy that have kind of urged me to finally take action and embark upon this journey. I am currently here in Fort Myers, well, Port Charlotte, Florida, in my parents' house on the first step of this little journey. And I mean, it was a big step, but I'm feeling pretty good. It was a whirlwind getting out of the house and all that stuff, but I made it and I'm on the road. It's definitely something I'm kind of getting used to accepting, that I'm actually moved out of that house of 8 years. Like, I lived in Los Angeles for coming up on almost 19 years, and I always wanted to do this, as I said, but I'm actually doing it now. And why did I finally pull the trigger? Well, I don't know. It feels like that growing energy, like this kind of adversarial economic energy happening in the big cities. We've all been feeling that pinch, but it just feels like it's becoming a little more permanent. That and the fact that I just feeling like a new era is coming. And a large part of that for me being the economic thing. Like, the cost of living has gotten really, really tough out there. And as much as I love it, I realize I'm not doing as much of what I want. So I finally decided to do this little nomad journey as a transition into whatever's next. It's like I'll be able to relieve the cost burden right away, and then have some fun and a little adventure, and hopefully continue with creativity and my other projects. I mean, I definitely will along the way, and then figure out what's next. Kind of let the universe help guide and instruct me. Instruct me, as cheesy as that kind of sounds. Yeah, over the last couple years, I've probably worked the most as I ever have, and it's great. I love working in tech, doing digital creative stuff. But it got to the point where I just felt like, as much as I was working, I wasn't really gaining any ground. I really, the biggest thing was I struggled to find time for the things that I actually want to do, like music. Music has been a huge part of my life, and I've barely done it lately. And connecting with friends, it's become secondary because I'm kind of fighting for freedom, fighting this uphill battle of cost of living, which has just gotten worse. And that, combined with the question of like what the big city was offering at the time. Los Angeles made me who I am. It made my career. It made my creative pursuits and the realization of what I'm capable of. And most of all, it connected me with some of the most amazing and inspiring friends and people. But I wonder what the future of that is. I wonder how long artists will be able to survive and thrive in cities like that, when it's just become kind of like suffocating. Anyway, that's not what this is about. I know I'll be back to Los Angeles. I'll definitely in some capacity, but I don't know what the future is. I don't know what my next permanent thing is. I don't feel like I'll sign a lease for another year at least, but I don't have to worry about that today because I'm moving forward and I got everything I need, including my little travel guitar and Apollo Twin and MacBook Pro to do all the tech and creative things, you know? So yeah, I'm on my way. It feels right. On the other side, I feel like we are also entering or currently in this era of extreme opportunity, you know, and then especially being grateful that I work in tech, digital media, that space, insanely dynamic, but a ton of opportunity. And the whole idea of remote work, the whole idea that you can start a business online from anywhere in the world and make a living, make $1 million, make, you know, with AI and all the advancement coming, you know, $1 billion. But beyond that, it's just an incredible time for pursuit. And coupled with the economic changes and societal changes that really feel to be setting in, it's kind of a duality of opportunity and change. And I very much look at it as we are entering an era where you can either continue on where you are and be comfortable, or you can take some risk, jump, make the leap, and pursue, you know, entrepreneurial things, pursue creative things, and be a part of the change that's happening. You know, it's definitely a divergence. And I just finally decided that the energies kind of pushed me towards my own thing, like chasing the entrepreneurial and creative path, because I'd much rather be there in 2 years than obsolete when AI takes coding. And I'm not trying to, I don't know that that's going to happen, but I do know change is coming. And I know that if you don't adapt and if you don't keep up and evolve with change, then the decisions will be made for you. Either you decide to pursue and adapt, or that decision will be made for you. Yeah, so cynicism aside, it's a time of opportunity, it's a time of change. I know that I'm adaptable. I know that I have different skills, and I just want to start prioritizing, you know, what I care about, what my passion is, you know, and obviously always survival, but, you know, I know how to work. It's more than that. So, yeah, heading out on this digital nomad journey, transition, whatever, you know, I'm hoping to find a return to some of that stuff. Luckily, you know, I have a situation where I can do that. I'm hoping to find some inspiration creatively, find more time with some reduced, hopefully, overhead of cost, find some more time to work on projects of mine. I'm working on a cool project with my friend Jake from Creative Hackers called Niche Creator. We're really excited about that. I love doing that stuff. I want to make products. I want to make music. I want to make content. I know it's a little rough, but I swear I'll get better, hopefully. But yeah, I'm hoping that this transition will lead me to that. I know it's going to be crazy. Like, I always underestimate time. I always underestimate, you know, what I can do in a week and not burn out. But I'm getting better, and I know that as long as I continue to move and adapt, that I'll find some kind of balance. So yeah, in a changing world, I figure action and adaptation are the best skills that I can possibly have. So I'm exercising that and excited about a new era. As I said, I'm here in beautiful Port Charlotte, Florida, and in a week I will be in Costa Rica. I'm meeting my friend there, and we're going to be a month in Costa Rica. We're both going to be working during the week, trying to see the town and the in-between in Tamarindo, which is on the west side and the Pacific side. And then on the weekends, you know, maybe see some cool stuff, some jungle, all the nature and culture that Costa Rica has to offer. And then after that, we're heading together again to Colombia, Medellin, which is supposedly a digital nomad spot. I'm working on my Spanish. Yo hablo español solamente un poquito, pero bastante, hopefully. We'll see. But yeah. And then a month there, on to places I'm most excited about is Patagonia. So I'm going to try to hit there in the fall before it gets too cold, while there isn't too many touristas, and then probably up to Buenos Aires, and then stay there for a while. We'll see. We'll see how I'm holding up, but that's the plan. And with that, I'm hoping to kind of document a bit of the journey with my little newsletter and this camera. I realized that I'm not the best vlogger yet, but I kind of want to commit to like publishing some stuff just to document the journey and thoughts along the way. As I said, I'm really excited. If nothing else, it's something I can look back to. I struggled greatly with perfectionism, so I'd be surprised if this is the first take, but you won't see it anyway because it'll be edited. But yeah, I'm hoping to try to publish something every week. We'll see, but I'm gonna make an effort to create and put out some content without overthinking it. So the journey begins. This gentleman here, his name is Hemingway, and he's seen 3 hurricanes. I don't know how you do it, Hemingway. You're a survivor. Respect.